Flights canceled today, on top of 22,000 grounded the past 3 days by that massive storm. America's listening to Fox.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Days after Ryan Wedding, one of the FBI's 10 most wanted, was captured in Mexico, he was in court in California, where the former Canadian Olympic snowboarder was arraigned on drug trafficking and murder and other charges. Here's Wedding's attorney, Anthony Colombo Jr.
The indictments are not evidence. They're just an accusation. The way that our system works is that it's accusatory, not inquisitory. So he entered a not guilty plea to both of those indictments.
Also in California, they'll start to pick a jury today to put Meta and Google and TikTok on trial over social media's effect on teen mental health.
A 19-year-old identified as KGM and her mother accused TikTok, Meta, and Google's YouTube of knowingly creating addictive features that led to the teen's depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. They're seeking unspecified monetary damages. Tech executives, including Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, are expected to testify in the Los Angeles trial that's set to begin on February 3rd. Snap, which was also named in the suit, recently settled. Tech companies have repeatedly pushed back against these claims, saying they've rolled out safety features to protect users. A rep for Meta tells Fox News, "We strongly disagree with these allegations and are confident the evidence will show our long-standing commitment to supporting young people." Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Another country is considering a ban.
France's National Assembly votes 130 to 21 to approve a bill banning social media for kids under 15 and banning the use of mobile phones in high schools. It'll go up for debate next in the French Senate. President Emmanuel Macron has asked for the legislation to be fast-tracked to get it into effect by the start of the next school year in September. There's already a ban in France on mobile phones in primary and middle schools. A social media ban for kids under 16 went into effect in Australia last month, and similar bills are under discussion in other countries. Chris Foster, Fox News.
On Wall Street, Dow futures are down big. NASDAQ futures are rising as the Federal Reserve starts a two-day meeting expected in tomorrow with no interest rate cut. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is a Tuesday morning, and it's January 27th, 2026. And welcome to News Radio for South Texas, the Valley's Morning News. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. Jason Caterina from AccuWeather on standby. We'll visit with him in about 3 minutes. Take a look at the temperature trend for the week. In the news, Mid-Valley, the Weslaco School District leadership has authorized a forensic audit, look into the school system finances. The audit authorized during a special meeting on Monday. The decision was made after the board was informed a few days back that the school district in Weslaco overspent its budget by $14 million. The board plans to let an accounting firm handle the audit while hiring a law firm to conduct an independent investigation. It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. Well, the Texas power grid survived the big cold blast. The effort to protect the once embattled Texas power grid now moves to stage 2, protecting the local lines.
A plan to winterize power generators has paid off. The grid is strong this week. Some experts now calling on state lawmakers to shift their focus to making sure low and middle income homes get the same protection. Energy consultant Allison Silverstein says that more efficient homes use less power.
We could lower winter electric demands by 15 or 20 gigawatts.
But past attempts in Austin have fallen flat. State lawmakers have opposed forced government mandates when it comes to replacing gas heating with expensive heat pumps.
That's Michael Board with that report. Back to the Valley. The Texas Department of Public Safety is celebrating the opening of a new $11 million aircraft hangar at Edinburgh. President Trump is raising tariffs on imports from South Korea to 25%.
In a Truth Social post Monday, Trump said the increase comes after South Korea's legislature failed to approve a trade deal between the two countries. The agreement was reached last July, and Trump said he reaffirmed its terms during a visit to South Korea in October. The president says the higher tariffs will apply to autos, lumber, pharmaceuticals, and other reciprocal imports, up from the current 15% rate. Shares of Hyundai Motors fell by more than 4% following the announcement. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Gold prices are above $5,100 an ounce for the first time ever. And today's National Day celebrates the number one choice when it comes to cake.
Chocolate cake was invented in 1765 when Dr. James Baker and chocolate maker John Hannon ground up cocoa beans and created chocolate cake. There is truly not enough praise for their work. It's the king of cakes, and eating it actually makes you feel good. That's a scientific fact. Chocolate releases feelings of happiness and pleasure. So your task today, get a chocolate cake and a fork. Sharing not required. I'm Bree Tennis.
Oh, the chocolate. It's 7:09. It's AccuWeather with the time. And good morning, and a big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. The team at Martin Farm and Ranch, always helpful. They always have what you need at Martin Farm and Ranch, Monte Cristo in Edinburgh. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. Well, it's about 5 degrees, a bit warmer compared to this time yesterday. We're in the low 30s, mid 30s. Did you see any reporting stations in the upper 20s? Jason, I've been checking this morning, just outside of ranch country, north of.
Yeah, outside of north of us, no. I'm seeing mostly low to mid 30s. So
all right.
Brownsville at 38 right now, as a matter of fact.
There we go. That's good. So what's the temperature trend over the next 2-3 days before the next cold front? What, Thursday, Friday? I think you said we have enough.
Yeah, we're going to slowly turn milder here the next couple of days. Low to mid 60s today, near 70 tomorrow. Low to mid 70s Thursday. Then it's back down to the low and mid 60s as we head into Friday.
There we go. So I guess in San Antonio, Dallas, all those places, they're thawing today. That's the day when they finally clear the ice.
Yeah, Houston today up to 48, 59 tomorrow, 65 Thursday. Dallas today, still 39, so still cold up there, but above freezing. 42 tomorrow, though they could have some freezing fog tomorrow morning. And then Thursday up to 51. San Antonio, 49 today, 61 tomorrow, 68 Thursday.
Yeah, I'd like to see the freezing fog. What is that? You drive into it, bam, you're hitting ice.
Well, temperatures, so with freezing fog, temperatures at the surface or objects at the surface can be below freezing. So as the fog moves over those areas, it'll lay down a very thin coating of ice on anything that's at or below the freezing mark. So that's where freezing fog comes from. It's dangerous too, because it can create like the black ice conditions or, slick conditions on sidewalks or your front steps when you're not expecting it. And whoop, there you go. So
it stinks to be them. We don't have to worry about that here in South Texas. Long range forecast. Can you keep it nice and cold and, 7-10 days out, or?
It's going to stay cool through Sunday, mid-50s Sunday. Here, let me extend out a little bit.
Mid-50s for highs on Sunday?
Yeah, mid-50s for highs on Sunday, and then low 60s next week, low 70s Tuesday, mid-70s Thursday, right at 70. So not too bad, not heating it up too much.
We're enjoying winter. Then that's our version of winter. All right, Jay, let's see.
I got the heating pad on my back because I shoveled, 16 inches of snow yesterday.
Oh, oof.
You saw the pictures?
Yeah. I don't know. You could have sent a teenager, like one of your kids out there.
Well, my kids are all grown and out of the house. So
yeah. Well, I know. Hello.
I've got some gracious neighbors who helped me with their snowblower, because the pile at the end of the driveway from where the snowplow cleared the street was probably about 4 feet high and about 6 feet wide. So
yeah, you did sound kind of funny doing that. So you're laying down right now, right, to get that heating
pad. I'm sitting down, but I do have the heating pad tucked in behind my back here, cranked up.
All right, pal. We'll talk to you next hour if you survive to the next hour.
I'll be there.
Okay, man. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Katerina on 710 KURV. Again, temperatures mostly in the low to mid 30s across the valley. It's 37, 38 at Starbase, and it's 33 in McAllen, Mission, and Edinburgh. Time is 7:12 on the Valley's Morning News. And it's the day that many hardcore Southwest Airlines customers have been dreading. Yeah, today's the day they get assigned seating.
Passengers who do not choose a seat in advance will be assigned one at check-in, according to the airline. And Southwest said the change allows for more fare options, including bundled packages with extra legroom or preferred seating, as well as paid seat upgrades. The airline will also roll out the new group-based boarding system, with boarding order based on seat location, while elite members and Rapid Rewards credit card holders get to board earlier.
More TikTok users are leaving the app. They're deleting the app now that it's owned by U.S. investors. The problem, it seems, is that some users are complaining about having to sign a new privacy policy to use the new version of TikTok. The subscriptions, the deletions of the video app are up 150% over the past week. Time is 7:13. This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. A look at the coastal economy, specifically South Padre Island. Sales and rentals and, the hot tax, hotel tax, and how properties are doing on the island. A look ahead to spring break as well. That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
The rental team at ASCO is ready to help you find the right equipment to do the job. For over 65 years, we've dedicated ourselves to supporting you with fast service and reliable equipment. Choose from daily, weekly, or long-term rental options to fit your project's needs. Buy it, rent it, support it. We're on it at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com for your next equipment rental. That's ASCOEQ.com.
Imagine there was more of you. A you working on custom retirement plans, while another you preps for open enrollment. When you partner with Paychex, we become an extension of your team. From AI-powered intelligent HCM to HR advisory and employee solutions, we give you more of you. New customers book a meeting with Paychex and get a $50 gift card. Visit paychex.com/you.
Brian Kilmeade here. After my show, weekday afternoons at 2, stay tuned for the 956 Drive Home with Zach and Davis starting at 4 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk 710 KURV is your one and only radio station in the Valley for the Super Bowl. Provided by Westwood One, Super Bowl 60 on News Talk 710 KURV. Made possible by McAllen Bolt. We head to the coast. We head to the island, Cameron County. We're looking at economic performance from someone who would know what's going on the island, because he has several properties there and also has very deep roots in leadership at South Padre, is our former mayor, Barry Patel. Mayor, welcome back to the program. Let's start with the economic performance of the area. Please tell folks again the properties that you have on the island at South Padre. Tell me how 2025 went for you, specifically on the island. I know you have properties elsewhere, but let's start with the island. Tell me your company's performance for last year and other parts as well.
Yeah, good morning. So it's nice to talk to you again. Happy New Year to all your viewers and listeners. But South Padre Island, we have 4 properties on the beach. We have the La Copa, that's been there for about 22 years. We have the Sand Rose Beach Resort, it's the same thing, about 23 years. We have the Hilton Garden Inn on the beach there. That's been around for about 17 years. And of course, we have the brand new Marriott by Courtyard that we opened in December of 2019. That's a big hotel with a Bar Louie in there. And that was opened up on December 2019, right before what hit the whole world, right?
C word.
So that's about going on to about 5 years. Can you believe that? It's been 5 years. We're also in the short-term rental business on South Padre Island. There's been a lot of talk about that. And we have about 30 condos that we own and rent. So in a nutshell, that's what we have on South Padre Island. Of course, we're very involved in the community there also.
So, how is business in 2025? Did you have a chance to take inventory up or down, or single digits, double digits? How was business for you specifically, your corporation, all your holdings?
Business in 2025 was up compared to 2024.
Mhm.
And one of the main reasons was 2024 was a horrible year because we had the shark attack, we had some oil on the beach. We also had a storm, a threat of a storm coming through in July. All this happened in June and July, so those are big months. But when you really should compare it against 2023, and compared to 2023, we were flat. We held our own on Padre Island. There was an increase in inventory. What do I mean by that? Short-term rentals, people that own condos suddenly decided to start renting. So you will see an increase in the hot tax. The hot tax went up by about 12%. We collected about a total of about $12.7 million in hot tax. There's the hotel occupancy tax in South Padre Island, mainly because we had a bigger inventory to sell in last year. Generally, and then there's, of course, we had a 5% increase in sales tax, which is not bad. I mean, it's
And now you're referring to the overall market activity, right?
now I'm talking about the overall market. My hotels were up about marginally, about 3 or 4%.
Okay.
Compared to 2024. Compared to 2023, we're kind of flat.
Okay.
So we're not seeing that growth that we should. But overall, the tax collections were high because we had more inventory to sell.
In the area. Okay. And sales also a little stronger in the area as far as South Padre specifically, right? The market sales tax.
Sales tax revenues went up by 5% to $4 million, $4.1 million, which is good for us. Beverage taxes were up by 6%, and that's pretty good. People obviously spending more money, but we also opened up a couple of fabulous restaurants on the Bayside, so that might have an impact on the increased beverage tax, and the appraisal values went up by about 1.6%. So the city collected more property taxes also.
Former South Padre Island mayor, friend of the station, Barry Patel, hotelier. He also has some condos and also has restaurants there on South Padre, and is always keeping an eye on the economic performance of South Padre. Looks like the metrics are up. Hot tax, hotel, motel tax, and sales numbers up for the island as well. I got to ask you, because we are only about a month away before the first spring breakers start trickling in to the area, I would imagine. Let me start with Mexico travelers, Mayor. What have you seen, or is it too early to gauge what policies and immigration issues and all that's taking place now? As far as Mexico travel to the island, I know some folks have properties there as well. It might be your neighbors. Are they still coming? Are they booking near future for Semana Santa? What can you tell me about that portion of the market?
We did have an increase in people traveling from Mexico in the first half of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that may have been because they felt safer coming, because I think the Mexican military is along the border there, and they'd much rather deal with them than the cartels, of course. And so I think that may have make them feel safer. So we did see some increase in that business. And it was good. I don't know how it reflects with the sales tax revenue from the malls here in McAllen.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic that I did try to get from the chamber, but they probably sent it out this morning. And what's changed in the last, I would say, month is the weekend business from Mexico is down. I had talked to some of our political leaders this morning, as a matter of fact, about this in Washington, D.C., that there seems to be some enhanced, anybody that's coming through from Mexico, there's an enhanced
like a screening
of people on their documentation, how long they're going to stay, so things like that, which they never had to encounter in the past. They would come in the weekend, they would zip through in 5 or 10 minutes, get all their shopping done, and head back Monday morning or Sunday evening. They stay 3 or 4 nights at the hotels. That has kind of dropped off a cliff in the last month or so, especially in McAllen. So we are, of course, very much concerned. We want that business back. These are people that are spending a lot of money in our restaurants, bars, hotels. I hope that trend does not continue, but we do need to send some reassuring message to the Mexican tourist and the Mexican shopper that come on, we're a friendly place in the Rio Grande Valley here. We love not only you guys, but we love your money too. you know, and so that's the. I hope that trend doesn't continue. I hope things turn around, and sometimes it's just reassuring folks that people. We don't want people to come with too much apprehension. We want them to come and spend freely and enjoy their stay with us.
Our former mayor for South Padre Island, Barry Patel, joining us. We're looking ahead to spring break as well. And is there any way to gauge bookings right now for South Padre, being that some of the spring break activity is only about 5-6 weeks away? Are they starting to book? Is there any way to gauge what that might be?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we just had a meeting last week with my staff there, and we compare year to date. How was the bookings at this time last year for the month of March, and the trend right now is up. We're seeing more bookings during spring break, and it's marginally up, which is anything that's up, it's good. We're up about, I'm going to say about 11% across the board in bookings so far. Now, sometimes these things kind of fall off and then it picks up again as it gets closer to spring break. But we're seeing more and more families booking rather than the collegiate, demographic, and which is great. We love the folks that are coming there with the kids, and there's so many things to do. And on average, families spend more money also. So we prefer that. So I like that trend. I like the trend that we're seeing right now of more families booking into the hotels year to date.
That would be a March phenomenon, around mid-March or early March for the month of March. That would be it. And we'll gauge the Semana Santa activity as we get closer. Is it possible to book the Semana Santa bookings, or because they own some of these properties, it'd be harder to see if they're coming or not, or booked from Mexico?
Yeah, Semana Santa over the last 10, 15 years, I would say 10, 12 years, we're seeing more folks coming from San Antonio, Houston, Austin. It's a huge Hispanic market out there. So they are, and people that have left the valley, their children have left the valley, they come down during Semana Santa. We're seeing a big increase in that particular demographic coming down from San Antonio during Semana Santa, and the Mexican travel is trending in the wrong direction. It's going down and down over the years.
Yeah, I was going to take it back to that because I need to go on to the PAC that you're trying to help local businesses with. Let's touch on that here quickly. Let me take it back just for a brief second. When you say the numbers as far as Mexican tourism, visitations, South Padre dropping off the cliff, first thing I'm thinking is double-digit drop-off. If you had a chance to peg a number, what would you say? 15, 20, 25% drop off compared to this time last year as far as Mexicans not coming here right now because of increased security screenings and all that? Or what would you say the percentage is at?
I think in the weekends it's about 50%. It's a lot.
50?
It's a lot, yeah, because we are all my hotels are mainly corporate hotels. And during the weekends, it gets filled up with Mexican shoppers. And we've been seeing that last year. I mean, in a 150-room hotel, 75 rooms are from Mexico during the weekends. They come here to shop. And you'll see our containers full of big boxes that they empty out and take stuff back home. So we're seeing a huge decrease in the weekend shopper. Now, I don't know how the restaurants and the bars are doing. And I know in our hotels, we're seeing a huge drop in the Mexican shopper.
Wow. So 50% drop off at the moment that you're saying.
In the weekends, yes.
In the weekends. Impressive. Barry Patel, former mayor of South Padre Island. He has a PAC that you need to know of as a business owner, property owner, especially business property owners. Defend the Dream PAC. So Tell me about that, Mayor, and who needs to participate with you?
Yeah, every politician in the state is talking about property taxes. So there's a couple of things that I wanted for businesses to know. First of all, we all know that our property taxes have gone up exponentially in the last 5 to 7 years. I would say 10 years. They've gone up so much that it's become almost unbearable to a lot of businesses. So we created a political action committee to solicit basically donations, but not only that, we want the message to go out. The PAC really hasn't spent much money yet, but we have talked to a lot of local folks, state controller's office, local appraisers. And here's the thing in a nutshell. Every year we have property appraisals in the state of Texas. Now, when you compare to a state like Louisiana or North Carolina or Georgia, they don't have them every year. And why is that? Why does Texas have to have an appraisal every single year? Why not have it every 3 years or every 5 years? And I believe there's an industry out there, Sergio, that makes money from high appraisers. And if you own a home, I'm sure somebody's come up to you and said, hey, you know what? I can help you bring your taxes down, but I'll charge you 20% or 10% of whatever I bring down for you. So there we have an industry that's been created by, I would say, politicians to line the pockets of these guys that the only business they do is help you reduce your property taxes. So be careful when somebody comes to you and says, let me help you reduce your property taxes. It's in their interest to see very high property tax evaluations so they can come in and kind of help you bring it down. What we are trying to advocate for is let's have property appraisals every 3 years. Let's have an automatic increase in your property valuations by 2.5% every 3 years, or the CPI, whichever one is lower. Now, if we do that uniformly throughout everybody, nobody would complain about that. Everybody would say, well, you know what? We know prices go up. So if you're going up by 2.5% on my valuations, we're okay with that. But when it goes up by 20, 30, 40%, you know somebody else is making money in there. We want to stop that. We're trying to educate our politicians that, guys, the whole system, what I call the property tax cartel, is worse than the drug cartel. They're going after property owners and trying to make money from their misery, and that's not right. So in a nutshell, we're trying to get every 3-year appraisals. The governor is proposing 5-year appraisals, which is even better. Freeze all property tax valuations right away, and then have a modest increase of 2.5% or CPI, which is a consumer price index.
Yeah, the inflation
one is lower. I think that's the common sense approach towards property tax valuations in the future. And people, the one thing I'd like to add to that is people say that Texas does not have an income tax, and therefore, where we should have higher property taxes. I beg to disagree, because we do have an income tax. It's called a franchise tax in the state of Texas. And the franchise tax is worse than the income tax because you pay whether you make money or not. It's on your gross sales, guys. Yeah. We're paying all this money to the state, and it's called a franchise tax. It's really an income tax. It's worse than an income tax because we're paying on gross revenues. If you didn't make a profit, you still have to pay that. Whereas an income tax, you only pay if you actually made a profit. You had a net income. So these are the inequities in our taxation system in the state of Texas. We need to fix this, and I think it's going to have to be a groundswell of people coming up and forcing our politicians to do the right thing. I don't think they're going to do it on their own.
Yeah, it's former South Padre Island Mayor Barry Patel, business owner, various businesses. The new PAC that he has created for other business owners. Yeah, you guys are getting shafted with that franchise tax every year, paying on your inventory, paying on the staples that you have collected in your desk, the printer, all the stuff that you have, the equipment, all that. Defend the Dream PAC. What's the website, Mayor? I should have looked this one up. What is this?
It's defendthedreampac.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defend the Dream PAC.org. Defend the Dream PAC.org. There, I suspect the mayor wants to do a lot of messaging this year because next year is when the legislature meets again, and we'll be tackling issues related to taxes, franchise
We want
tax.
to drive the momentum by the time the legislature meets next year.
Yeah.
Highlight all these things and
Yes, sir.
yeah. So hopefully our political leaders will listen to our business community.
Yeah, great effort, Mayor. Keep in touch. Please bring as often as you wish more information on this. Appreciate your time. From South Padre, our former mayor, Barry Patel. Be well, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. This radio station home here in South Texas to Super Bowl 60. We got sports next on 710 KURV. Make a call to the folks at Culligan today. These are the folks that are experts in water purification systems for industry, for restaurants, folks that are at laboratories, at clinics, hospitals. And Culligan water purification systems are provided or installed by highly trained individuals who are licensed by the state of Texas. These are folks that you can trust to set up a system that works and is reliable and provides you a constant stream of satiating and healthy water. That's what you need, is to drink more water to be healthy. And you can finally do away with all all that plastic, the plastic bottles that you have that are filled with what was purified water at one time. But man, you leave that purified water in that plastic bottle. With time, all that plastic stuff will leach in there, get a little chemical smell to it. Yeah, just call Culligan and get a true water purification system that will provide you that constant, reliable stream of healthy water. Great tasting water. Don't forget to connect it to the icebox. Call Culligan. It's only $35 a month. I love my system. I know you will love your water purification system as well. 956-399-1780. Call Culligan today.
In the Rio Grande Valley, 18-wheeler traffic is heavier than anywhere else in Texas. So if you're involved in an accident, know that big insurance companies will not play fair because they only care about profits, not your health, not the costs you have incurred, and certainly not your pain and suffering. So if you're involved in an 18-wheeler accident, we will stop insurance companies from taking advantage of you. 1-800-CAR-CRUNCH.
The J. Gonzalez Law Firm, a force for justice.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bird Ogden Infinity in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinities available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infinity QX50 with just 0% APR for 36 months. And all Infinities come available with the Infinity Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bird Ogden Infinity on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinities online at birdogdeninfinity.com.
Our call letters, KURV. Our frequency, 710 AM. Our specialty, news and talk. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Last night, the Rockets took it to the Grizzlies, and the score was a lot closer than what your eyes would tell you. Both Alperen Şengün and KD went off for 30 each, and Alpi set the tone with this.
Game 2, Gigi.
Oh, that! The pirouette, and then the punishment by Alperen Şengün. And in the final minutes of the game, KD made sure the game was put away.
Miami points. Şengün to Durant. Calmly takes it, and this time makes it. His third three.
He's got 30. Rockets get the win 108-99 and play again tomorrow night versus the Spurs at 7:30. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
AccuWeather says once we clear the morning cold, which, by the way, right now, temperatures mostly mid-30s, mid to upper 30s across the valley. And highs later today should be low 60s. Tonight, mostly in the 40s. Ranch country might be in the upper 30s, but mostly in the 40s, low to mid-40s. Possibly at the coast, might be in the upper 40s, maybe hit 50. That'd be tonight. And then tomorrow, we're back to 70 and 70s on Thursday, 70, 75 on Thursday. Again, right now, temperatures low to mid-30s across South Texas. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Let's see, if you're headed back to the McAllen Mission, Edinburgh area, it's busy. It's close to an hour at Ansaldúa. It's about 45 at Hidalgo, 30 minutes at Far. And if you're driving back to Brownsville, coming back to the U.S., it's about 20 minutes at all three major bridges. Actually, it's 20 minutes B&M and Gateway. Los Indios, south of Harlingen at 20. Veterans, it was less than 5. This is the Valley's Morning News, business news check of your money, next on 710 KURV. That is also broadcasting on your smartphone. Go find it. It's a free app called Radio Para Mí. And listen to 710 KURV on your smartphone at Radio Para Mí. You got some extra cash on hand, and you're looking to invest in a property that will bring you more money. Christian from the Ryan and Brian real estate team recently helped Dan buy an investment property in Boomtown, USA, Brownsville, Texas. Well, we're pretty much all Boomtown around here, but yeah, Brownsville is in the lead. And boy, the request, the demand for homes, for rental homes, all these thousands of workers, people arriving to South Texas all the time. Yeah, here's an opportunity for you to make an investment in a property and start making some money. You need to have that conversation with the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Christian, again, helped Dan buy an investment property in Brownsville and negotiated for the title to be fully paid and got Dan an extra $1,000 in concessions. Those are the experts at the Ryan and Brian real estate team waiting for your call. Let's go find a property you can investment and start renting. Call the Ryan and Brian real estate team at 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Hi, it's Pam Voss from Camp University. I would like to personally thank Yoli Cantu from McAllen Stained Glass for helping our campers create beautiful fused glass pieces. These fused glass pieces are available for sale at OK's Uptown on 10th in McAllen. All the proceeds go back to help our campers. And if you don't know what Camp University is, I invite you to visit our website, campuniversity.org, or call us at 956-800-5292.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Pinterest said it is planning to lay off less than 15% of its workforce and cut back on office space as the company embraces artificial intelligence. In a securities filing, Pinterest said it expects the cuts to be complete by late September. Tencent CEO said the company plans to expand its data center footprint in the Middle East. The Middle East has drawn huge investments from tech giants to build AI data centers and other computing infrastructure. Tencent's expansion will likely put it into more direct competition with U.S. giants, including Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. Local officials have signed off on Microsoft's plans to build 15 more data centers in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, near an existing site that the technology company is expanding. Amazon, Google, and Oracle are racing Microsoft to build data centers filled with NVIDIA chips that can train and run artificial intelligence models. Futures are currently mixed. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 313, the NASDAQ up 100. That's your money now.
AccuWeather says it's going to be nice. Highs today should be in the low 60s and then lows tonight, likely in the 40s for everyone. Perhaps upper 30s in ranch country tonight. At the moment, it's cold. Temperatures mostly mid 30s across the valley. Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News, also broadcasting at Radio Para Mí. Go get the free app, Radio Para Mí. Listen to 710 KURV on your smartphone.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Don't forget of all the things you're taking inventory of, all the different systems, and yes, the actual inventory you need to process, move out of here. Be sure to make a call to Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, the top commercial roofing experts in this entire region with impressive projects, not only here in Texas, but across the country as well. These good folks at Chamberlain Roofing Waterproofing, they would like to meet you and provide you an amazing value. Those expert eyes of theirs, that they know all the different roofing systems. Well, they like to go up and see if everything's okay and truly give you an expert report that they know what to look for. And if there's any weak spots, they'll show you, there's a weak spot over here, over here. Traditionally, this happens on this type of system. That way, make some good decisions in the near future. And handshake, they'll drive away. Again, you got that report in hand. Everything is free. And in the future, God forbid some of the bad happen, but you know who to call. You just made a friend with Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. ChamberlainLTD.com. Cutting edge roof installation, repair, maintenance technology, and precisely what you need, advanced waterproofing solutions for those commercial roofs. What are you waiting for? Get that free inspection free and no obligation inspection of your roofing system from Chamberlain. 956-655-6178.
Winter is supposed to be the coziest time of year at home. But your home isn't going to take care of itself. Here are 5 tips from Mighty Mike to help winterize your home. Stop drafts and air leaks with caulking and foam insulation. Lower your thermostat setting. Run your ceiling fans in reverse. Insulate your pipes. And of course, tune up your heating system. Small adjustments can protect your home. And if you need assistance or service, call Mighty Mike at Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC. Mighty Mike is available 24/7. Call or visit MightyMike.com. That's call MightyMike.com. Mighty Mike to the rescue.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Bumper to bumper information.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Tuesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It's January 27, 2026. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Brent Cruz. We got Jason Caterina from AccuWeather, and it's a cold morning. Temperatures mostly mid-30s, and highs today should be low 60s. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump deploys his border czar to lead ICE enforcement efforts in Minnesota.
Tom Homan is now going to be the main point of contact on the ground and will report directly to the president. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Pavino had been acting as a lead here, now returning to be sector chief in El Centro, California, and other Border Patrol agents are leaving Minnesota as well. Tom Homan will be calling the shots.
Fox's Matt Finn in Minneapolis. DHS reviewing officers' body cam footage from the deadly ICE-involved shooting of Alex Pretty. The massive winter storm leaves parts of Nashville looking like they're in an ice age. People just trying to stay warm.
Been doing layers, periodically coming out, sitting in the car with the heated seats.
More than 171,000 people without power in Tennessee. That from poweroutage.us. America's listening to Fox News.
In the Mid-Valley Wesco School District, leaders have authorized a forensic audit to look into the school system's finances. The audit was authorized during a special meeting on Monday. The decision was made after school leaders were informed a few days back that Wesco schools overspent their budget by about $14 million. There is an accounting firm that's going to be involved. Also, they're hiring a law firm to conduct an independent investigation. Governor Greg Abbott took to social media celebrating the success of the Texas power grid that survived the most recent big ice storm.
Abbott posted a screenshot of the ERCOT dashboard from 4 p.m. Monday showing a 45,000 megawatt gap between demand and committed capacity. Also a message saying the Texas power grid made it through this bitter winter storm with plenty of surplus power, adding that homes that don't have power are the result of local power line problems, most of the outages in East Texas, and that local providers are making repairs fast.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Meta wants to see if you're hooked on social media to the point that you're willing to pay for it. They're going to try subscriptions. And more TikTok users are deleting the app since the company got taken over by U.S. investors.
Deletions of the video app are up 150% over the past few days, according to market intelligence firm Sensor Tower. The app was required to separate its U.S. operations from majority Chinese ownership or face a shutdown in this country. The app was also plagued by glitches shortly after the new deal went through, something the company blames on a power outage at a data center. Some users have complained about having to sign a new privacy policy to use the app. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, the radio station in the Valley for Super Bowl 60. Join us in about 2 weeks. The broadcast provided by Westwood One, made possible by McAllen Bolt. Amigo Power Equipment has the Kubota equipment that you need to get the job done. That, and of course, all the attachments. And there's a really good financing opportunity if you qualify, of course. Right now at Amigo Power Equipment, that awesome Kubota equipment, 0% financing if you qualify. Or you could save up to $3,500 on some of this select equipment. All the details available at KubotaUSA.com. The deals I mentioned, 0% financing or savings of up to $3,500, available now through the end of February. You need Kubota. Take care of business at your property. Put some holes into the ground. You got to chop up stuff, mowing, grading, whatever you need. Kubota can take care of it. Kubota, the reliability, proven technology of Kubota. The number one selling compact tractor in the nation is Kubota. You will find it at Amigo Power Equipment. Again, 0% financing available if you qualify, or save up to $3,500 today. Again, to the end of February 28th. It is Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh at Monte Cristo.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power in a new C300 sedan. Get yours for only $479 a month for 36 months. Now during the Holiday Love Celebration at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen, a true triumph of luxury. Now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen.
Texas Republicans. President Trump has been betrayed by failed politician Mayra Flores. Listen for yourself.
President Trump make plenty of mistakes. President Trump make plenty of mistakes.
Mayra Flores keeps running for Congress and losing, underperforming President Trump. Now records reveal why. Mayra Flores has been caught in a scheme paying herself and family over $150,000